My name is Veda Ahmed. I am from Chandbagh School. This is the first lesson of A levels class 13, and this is the first chapter about biodiversity classification and conservation. And today I will start first lesson. In this lesson, I will explain that there are three domains of all living organisms. That means all living organisms, they are divided into three main groups, and they are the major groups. They are called domain bacteria, domain archaea, and domain eukarya. During the lecture I will explain all of them one by one. Bacteria and archaea are prokaryotes. You already know what are prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are organisms in which there is no nucleus and many other characters, like they don't have any membrane bound organelles. All eukaryotes are placed in eukarya. I will explain during the lectures. First of all, domain bacteria. All bacteria, they have some certain characteristic features. Cell wall, cells with no nucleus. That means they don't have a membrane bound nucleus having nuclear membrane in which there is always nucleoplasm and chromosomes are present. But bacteria don't have any structure like this. They don't have any nucleus. That means they have a DNA molecule, a chromosomal DNA, which is directly present into the cytoplasm. DNA exists as circular chromosome and does not have histone proteins associated with it. That means the DNA of bacteria, which is without any nucleus, it is present directly into the cytoplasm and it is not bound by histone proteins. If you remember, histone are proteins which make complex with the DNA molecule to make chromatin that you have studied in AS. Small circular molecules of DNA called plasmids are often present. These are independent molecules of DNA having few genes, and they are very small and are present into the cytoplasm. In bacteria, no membrane-bound organelles such as Golgi body, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum or chloroplast are absent. That means they are without any membrane organelles. They are very simple. All these organelles, they are present in the eukaryotes. You will see in the next lectures. Ribosome 70s are smaller than in eukaryotic cell. That means they have ribosomes directly present into the cytoplasm, but their size is smaller because in the eukaryotes, ribosome, they are ATS. Cell wall is always present and contains peptidoglycans. In bacteria, always cell wall is present, and that is very complicated. It is made up of complexes of proteins and carbohydrates, and it is not cellulose, which is a character of eukaryotes or plant cells. In bacteria, cell divide by bifurcation, not by mitosis. You have done the chapter of mitosis in ES, in which there are 4 stages of cell division: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, and during which many changes occur in the cell, in which many proteins participate. For example, spindle fibers were there, centrioles were there, many other proteins, they participate, and then cell after prophase goes into metaphase, chromosomes line up, then anaphase, chromatid separates, and then telophase, 2 cells produce. But in bifurcation, it is very simple method of cell division, during which simply the chromosome replicate first, bacterial chromosome replicate, divide into 2, and after that the cell simply divide into 2 by cell wall formation. So this is called bifurcation, during which a bacterial cell simply divide into 2. Usually exist as single cells or small groups of cells. They don't have any organized system. For example, tissue formation or other, they are mostly present in single forms. They exist as such like that. Or if they are together, for example, some bacteria live together, circular bacteria, cocci or rod-shaped bacteria, they just are together in the form of chains or cluster, but they don't have any organization. They can also exist as single cell. So this is the end of first lesson.